All right, Eden, into the car. That's it, start it up, come on.
Ve con cuidado. Una semana para la fiesta y un montón de trabajo para hacer. La mujer de negocios moderna. Cariño, qué bonita eres. Sí, soy Cruz.
Oh, howdy, man. What do you got? Uh-huh. That's all? Well, I need to know more about the time before Jack Lee came into his life. Well, specifically, I want to know whether Cranston's ever been in trouble with the law or not.
Cranston?
Listen, I'm gonna have to get back to you. I got company. Okay. So what, you don't knock on the door?
Not when it isn't closed.
You could knock on an open door.
All right, big deal. So you think Cranston's got a record?
Well, if I wouldn't be asking somebody to check it out for me if I knew.
Well, something made you think he has a record, or are you just trying to find chinks in his armor? Oh, no. You can't be jealous enough of Cranston to be having him investigated. Or can you?
I liked your other suit better.
Oh, there you are.
Maybe I should spill a pot of coffee on that and do us both a favor.
Here, sit down.
What are you doing? What are you...
What in the hell have I ever done to you before?
You lied to me, just like your father.
No, I didn't lie. So what if I'm a Jack Lee's son? I mean, I still don't see where that's enough to have provoked this kind of attack. I could have drowned.
I would have saved you. I'm a junior lifesaver.
Oh, Julia, you're mad, right? I mean, you're just mad.
I know. Let me tell you something. Your father, in my humble opinion, is not one of the great men of our time.
Well, I'm glad I'm not meeting one of his real enemies.
And to think he may actually run for senator.
You had a relationship with him, right? I mean, go ahead.
Did he tell you that?
No, he told me not to tell you who I am because he probably knew you'd end up reacting like this.
Ah, so he let you run naked through this snake pit.
Well, are you going to tell him? Well, if I'm going to have to guess about this, my guess is that he got rid of you the way he does a lot of his women. With a lot of mindless excuses and a very little charm.
Well, that sounds like Jack. But in my case, it was a little different. It had to do with my sister and everything else that wears a skirt.
Oh, Julia, you know, I don't blame you. Really, I am on your side.
Are you, Mr. Chip off the old block?
Listen, I know the kind of man my father is. And you should know that you're not the only one out there that has been badly treated. You know, he really gave in to me, too.
He did?
Oh, yeah. There's still a lot of anger there.
Have you forgiven him?
No. No, forgiveness, I haven't it in me. Someday, maybe, some distant universe, light years away from here. Anyway, I want you to be honest with me right now. Should I feel safe enough to order another glass of water?
Yeah, go ahead. Like lightning, I never strike the same place twice.
Well, I feel as though we're making a little bit of progress here.
He got out of his car a block away, headed this way. We've eliminated the other houses, so you'd better not try and cover for him.
Listen, I have no intention of covering for him. I was raised to cooperate with the law. But you want him? Help yourself.
Thanks, guys. It was getting a little stuffy in there. And thank you, Miss Capwell. It's nice to know who your friends really are.
State Department.
We'll have a few moments, a lull in my busy schedule. Come on in. If you can find a chair, sit down. We'll talk.
Alone?
Oh, let her stay. She's practically on the payroll already. But does she? Oh, by the way, does she get a reward for turning me over to you?
You've done nothing wrong that we know of. You're in no trouble with us.
Well, I know I hadn't done anything, but I didn't know if you knew.
It was hard to know, considering how much trouble you put us through trying to find you.
I didn't want to make it too easy for you.
We were sent here as what you might call executive headhunters. We want you to come to work with us.
You personally, or are we talking about the State Department here?
We've heard of your missions into Ethiopia to bring food to the starving children. And we know that nobody else would make those landings and takeoffs. You pretty nearly achieved the impossible.
I'm glad I'm appreciated. Did you bring me a medal or something?
No, just a job offer. It was your flying over there that brought you to our attention. Now, we, your government, would like you to come to work for us.
Well, I'm always for hire. What's the cargo?
Supplies of one sort or another into some trouble spots.
We're not talking rice and cotton balls, are we?
It's a little dangerous. We're not going to kid you about that.
You couldn't if you tried. Flying guns into anywhere is dangerous.
We didn't say anything about guns.
Did I say you did?
It's all for a good cause.
Flying guns that kill people is not my idea of a good cause. Sorry, but that's not up my alley. I only fly for commercial customers or peaceful purposes. Thanks anyway, but the answer is no.
Oh, hey, Mason, look.
Well, hey, yourself. What are you doing? Taking your Halloween costume out for a jog?
What are you looking at? No, it gets me in the mood. See, Eden asked me to hand out some of her invites for her. And believe it or not, I have one of them here for you.
Yeah, me? You mean I'm actually to be a guest at this shindig?
Well, I'm sure she gave a lot of thought before she decided to invite you, but, it's yours.
Mason Capwell, that's me. Listen, when you get through being messenger of the gods, I want to have a little talk with you.
Okay, well, I will be back in about an hour or so.
Great. You don't have one in there for Mary, do you?
Well, I don't know. Let's see. Mary.
Duval.
Yeah, I could give it to her now, but I think she's on duty, isn't she?
Why don't you let me give it to her? That way I'd feel that I'd contributed something to this little soiree.
All right, fine with me. Thanks.
Sure. Well, you go ahead and complete the your appointed rounds. I'll talk to you when you get back.
Okay.
Just as I thought. Mary's on duty the night of the party. That's not going to do it all. Gotta get that other nurse.
Mary!
Mason!
If I startled you, it's for a good cause. What I have here is the hottest ticket in town. It's an invitation to my sister's party next Wednesday night. I can bring a guest, but I haven't decided who to invite.
Well, I'm sure that you must know hundreds of available women who would be delighted to be asked by you.
Oh, I know, but that would involve picking up the phone and then dialing, talking into it. I really don't have the energy for that sort of thing. I've got a better idea.
What?
Why don't you come with me? I'd feel much safer if you were there, just in case I felt faint because of my bullet wound or my old polo injury started acting up.
Well, if I can be useful.
Oh, you would be enormously.
Well, I'll have to check my schedule. Wednesday?
Yep.
Night? Yeah. Oh, I'm working Wednesday night.
Well, can't you switch with somebody or bribe somebody to take your place?
Not really, not without Gina's permission.
You need Gina's permission, huh?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't mind asking her, but, she's been very unpredictable lately. I don't know how she'd react.
Why don't you let me worry about Gina?
You want to ask her for me?
No, I'll just exert a little undue influence, as it's called. You just worry about what you're going to wear.
You see, at best, we're on speaking terms.
Really? Jack connected you with Eden. You're certainly profiting from that.
Sure, but I had to prove myself to Eden, not to him. You see, with Jack, it's a little bit like an armed truce. I mean, I take aim, but I don't fire.
I'm sorry. That's probably an unpleasant way for you to have to live. But I would think that you would have forgiven him after everything he's done for you already.
No matter what Jack Lee has done for me, it can never make up for what he did to my mother. Getting her pregnant and then just walking out of her life.
What a guy. All right, anyway, when he found you and he offered your help, did you seem to take it up without any reservations at all?
Oh, sure, because I felt then and still do that he owed it to me.
Does he have any idea that you feel this sort of resentment for him?
I haven't made an issue of it. Not like you.
I've never accepted any favors from him either.
I don't need him much anymore either.
What do you need, Kirk? I'm really curious to know what the grand plan is for Kirk Cranston.
grand plan to make my own way in the world for a change, be my own boss and not owe anything to anybody.
Well, from what I understand, you've already done that. You built your own management consultant firm. You were a success on your terms. You were your own boss. And then you gave all of that up to work for Eden and the Capwells. It's like starting over, and starting over with something that you can't control.
Maybe.
You're working for somebody else now. What's the point?
Oh, I just saw it a good chance to jump in there. I don't know.
No, it's not a good chance at all. It's a giant step backwards. You wanted autonomy, and you had it. I don't understand. This doesn't seem to add up at all. It's Eden. It's Eden, isn't it? That's it. I'll be darned. I'll be darned. You are just like your father, whether you like it or not. Chasing after impossible women.
Julia, like I said, maybe.
Eden, huh? Has she launched 1,000 ships, too?
Oh, come on. Kirk Cranston, are you sweating him?
No, it's not like that. It's not anything to do with Eden. It's Cranston himself.
Oh.
Listen, man, there's something about the guy. He's a threat.
What threat? You are imagining things.
Nick.
This has nothing to do with Kirk. This has to do with Eden that you're worried about.
Well, what if I am? I mean, you know, she's only the most important thing in my life.
And you are the most important thing in her life. Do you really think that a guy in a three-piece suit could take her away from you?
He's a lot more than a guy in a three-piece suit.
Listen, you and Eden have an incredible commitment to each other. You have gone out and bought her a house. It would be a terrible mistake if you doubted her devotion to you for 1 second.
But, man, you don't understand. She's not herself. She's walking around like she's about to go over the edge all the time. Every time I get her calmed down a little bit, he shows up and starts stoking her obsession all over again.
What obsession?
This thing about her father, letting her father die. And not only that, he's involving himself in every aspect of her life.
Well, you know they work together, huh?
Well, nobody has to work that closely together, I'm sorry. You should see the way this guy operates. Every smooth move he makes is devoted to getting her totally dependent on him. I think it's about time I put a stop to it before he does.
Listen, I don't know what you're up to, but I have a feeling if you involve yourself in this, you're only going to aggravate the situation more.
I'm going to investigate the guy as hard as I can. If I find anything even the least bit shady in his past, I'm going to bust his butt all the way back to the Harvard Business School.
Dina, wait.
Yes.
Where are you off to? I've been looking for you.
I'm going to have a lonely lunch, but if you'd like to join me, I'm certain you can liven things up.
Whoa, no, I'd like to, but I have a lot to take care of today.
You're always so busy lately.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I want to talk to you about the nurse's schedule.
Why? What do you care about the schedule?
Well, it's Mary. She wants the night of Eden's party off, and I promised her that I would talk to you about it.
Oh, really? Well, why didn't she just ask me?
I guess she was afraid you'd say no.
Well, I don't understand that. I thought we were very good friends.
Really? I had no idea.
Well, I hoped we were, but then again, I always hope I'm good friends with the people, and it turns out later on that I'm not.
What about the schedule, Gina?
Well, I suppose we could work something out somehow. The other nurse likes to work nights so she can eat popcorn and watch horror films. I'm sure she would switch with Mary.
Well, that's wonderful. I'm sure Mary will be very grateful.
To you or to me?
To you, of course.
Mason, I wish you'd be grateful to me.
I don't know what you mean, Gina. I'm eternally grateful to you. Right now, I can't think of exactly for what, but I'll think of it eventually.
Uh-huh. You always want to tease me, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
You going to Eden's party?
Well, I've been invited.
Who are you taking?
I'll probably go alone. Since I'm going to be an unwelcome guest, I might want to leave early.
Well, if I wasn't going to be busy that night, I'd ask you to take me.
I would have been honored.
Then we'll have to think of something else that we can do together. Do you think we can?
If we put our heads together, I'm sure we can think of something.
Oh, I bet we can. Something to think about, isn't it?
If you need me to take some serum to the Eskimos or deliver the mail, I'm your man.
All right. You have our number here just in case you change your mind.
So I do.
Look, I thought you were in trouble with the law, and I didn't want you getting Nick or anybody else involved because of
Betrayed.
that.
Oh, that was beautiful, Capwell. I don't know if I can ever forgive you for this one.
Look, all I can say is I'm sorry, Dylan.
What did you think I was, an international spy?
Or at the top of the FBI's 10 most wanted list, yeah.
Boy.
Look, I feel very stupid. Are you satisfied now?
Forget it. I happen to be good at the stick of an airplane, that's all. A lot of people ask me to fly for them, and I usually go for the best offer. That doesn't make me any kind of a hero.
Look, I'm just glad those guys don't ask you anymore. Now we don't have to hide out or cover you up anymore.
Nothing has changed. I'm still in just as much danger as ever, and it gets closer every day. The State Department was the least of my worries.
Then what is?
The man who wants this, and the mine it came from, Carlo. It's just a matter of time before he catches up to me. I'm sure they've made Sam tell them where I was headed.
Hey, Cruz and Eden were meant for each other. There's nothing is going to come between them.
A little like Barbie and Ken.
No, more like Lancelot and Guinevere. You know, Cruz has protected just about every person in that family that's ever gotten into trouble, and they've all gotten into trouble, it seems. Kelly, Ted, Sophia. Not only that, but Cece gave him his blessing right before he had a stroke.
Well, he's holding all the cards, isn't he? Except for a lot of reasons I know she's not right for him.
Look, Kirk, you've been hit by a thunderbolt. I understand. But just resign yourself to knowing that she's taken, okay?
Julia, I'm used to getting what I want. Do you understand that? Like blondes named Eden?
Like broken hearts. Tell me something. Does this promotion have anything to do with it? This promotion that you won for Cruz? You think you're going to score points with Eden if it gets pushed through?
Oh, no, she simply asked me to do it. I'm just trying to oblige her, what any good functionary would do.
You know that Cruz bought her a beach house for their wedding present?
Really?
Yeah, I made the deal.
Oh, well, that's a nice gesture on his part, isn't it? Where's it located?
The paper's right here, if you want to see. Of course, I don't know exactly why.
Sure. Oh, no reason, except that I'm just curious as to where people are buying their beach houses these days. Well, I'm sure she'll be pleased.
I'm sure that she will. Look, it's supposed to be a surprise, okay? I shouldn't have said anything, so don't you either. Now, back to the point. No man is going to make inroads on this relationship. It's perfect and everybody knows it.
Julia, don't talk to me about perfect couples and lasting relationships.
Oh, look behind you. Look who just walked in, the man himself.
So it is. Seems everywhere I turn around these days, it's Cruz.
Listen to me. Take my advice for your own sake.
You know, Julia, a little while ago you were throwing cold water on me physically. Now what is this? The psychological cold shower effect?
I was angry then. Now I want to help you, really.
Why?
Because I know that unrequited love is a bore. And I speak from boring experiences.
All right, well, I appreciate your advice, but you know what they say? The opera's not over till the fat lady sings.
You mean they were actually shooting at you when you were taking off?
Yeah, Sam was right behind me, and I saw his plane get hit and go down in the middle of a banana plantation at the end of the runway.
I'm sorry. You think he's dead?
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, if he was still alive, I think I would have heard something.
Are you guys very close?
He was my best friend. And if Carlos killed him...
From what you've told me, you seem to have led a pretty exciting life.
Guess so.
I mean, come on. People your age are dreaming about these kind of things. You know?
Because it's not a dream to me, Kelly. I mean, I don't look for adventure. It just seems to find me.
Oh, yeah? Must have a pretty hard time finding you the way you're flying around all the time.
I love to fly. Have you ever done any?
Commercial, yeah, not.
Oh, commercial's no good. You got to be at the controls yourself. It feels like Jonathan Livingston Seagull. I mean, once you have felt that freedom, it's hard to think about putting down ties anywhere, unless you could put them down in the sky. There's so much out there to see, so much to experience.
Well, 5 will get you 10. Under all that macho stuff you do, you're like everybody else.
Oh, sure I'm like everybody else, because we all dream. Only I don't let go of mine. I hold on to them till they come true.
Oh, yeah? What do you think will be there if it does appear?
Well, if I'm lucky, it'll be a big pot of gold beside that river in Africa.
Oh, yeah, the end of the rainbow kind of thing?
More like the beginning.
Nicky!
Hi.
No, you want some supplies.
I got them. And I also thought it'd be fun to have a picnic.
You missed the excitement.
I did? What?
Those two State Department guys showed up.
And I did the dumbest
Do you know
thing
what
in
she
the
tried to do? She tried to keep them out. They forced their way past her, and they found me in a closet. I couldn't believe it.
How come you're still here?
Oh, it turns out that they only wanted me to fly a couple of missions for them.
That's it? That's all?
That's it. I turned them down.
Well, that's good news. I mean, I thought you'd be up in front of a firing squad at least.
Me too.
Kelly.
Huh?
You okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine.
Well, good. Listen, I bet you both worked up an appetite with all that excitement. Dylan, stay and have lunch with us.
No.
I've got enough food for all of us.
Thank you, but no thanks. 2 is a picnic, 3 is a formal dinner. Anyway, I got some things I can do on my own.
You're welcome to stay, you know.
No, thanks. Listen, you guys have a nice time, and I'll see you later. Bye, Kelly.
Bye.
She's really turning into a celebrity, isn't she? I wonder how that's going to affect your lives.
Well, Gina, excuse me. Yes, Miss Capello called. Said she wouldn't be able to make it to lunch. Her interview's running over. She said she was sorry. It's okay, thanks.
You're not leaving, are you?
Yeah, I am.
Well, I was hoping we could talk. Did you see who's in the next room? Kirk Cranston. He's with Julia this time. He really gets around, doesn't he? I mean, I thought he was all business because he spends so much time with Eden.
You wouldn't be trying to start a rumor, would you?
Of course not. I'm sure the relationship is purely professional.
Yes, it is.
Well, you must admit he practically lives over at the house, and sometimes a professional relationship can draw 2 people together before they even realize it.
Oh, Gina, knock it off.
Well, I'm just concerned about Eden, that's all. She's behaving very strange.
She's upset because you keep causing trouble, you know, and I can't understand why, to tell you the truth. Why don't you just try to get along with people? Life would be so much easier for everybody.
Well, I do try. They're just all against me. Everyone wants to run me out of the family.
Which would have happened a long time ago if those papers of Cece's had disappeared. Now, I don't mean to be rude, but you're living on borrowed time, aren't you?
I see. You're against me, too.
I'm against your attitude. I don't like the fact that you're always trying to pick a fight with Eden.
Well, I'm not. She's the one who picks the fights, always talking about letting Cece die. I mean, naturally, it's very upsetting.
Oh, I wish I could tell you I believe that.
Everybody's favorite cop. How you doing, Cruz?
Oh, I'm fine, Kirk.
Well, I'll leave you 2 gentlemen alone, but remember you are gentlemen and this is a public place.
It's just that the family is faced with an immediate problem that I think you should be more aware of.
What now?
Well, it's Eden, and I'm sure you're aware of her preoccupation with Dad's condition, aren't you?
Well, she's worried about it. I mean, we all are.
Yeah, but not as obsessively as she is. She's been having some pretty frightening dreams.
I know.
You know the way she's been talking?
Sure.
All right, are you aware that she's gone outside the family for advice?
To who?
For some reason, she's turned to Kirk Cranston as though he were the oracle at Delphi. Now, I don't think it's doing her or anyone any good, and I think it's up to us, as the men of the family, to stand up for what we believe in.
Yeah, I know what you're after, Mason. I mean, you don't want my support, you want my vote.
Well, Ted, as far as I'm concerned, they're interchangeable. I want your vote because I want to make sure that the company stays on the right track and that it's run by family members and not by outsiders.
Yeah, and the family being you, of course?
Being us. You're going to come into the company as soon as you graduate anyway. I mean, it may only be a freshman, but as soon as you graduate, you'll come in as an associate. It's your company, too, you know.
You know, there's a saying about Greeks bearing gifts, Mason.
Yes, and an even older one about blood and water. And I'm not going to make any decisions without you there, Ted. What I'm trying to do is unite us all so that we can end this rivalry.
Well, sure, man, I want that, too.
Well, then throw in with me.
I don't know. I want to think about it.
All right. Take as much time as you want, but the more you think about it, the more you'll realize that I'm right.
Maybe. Anything else?
No, that's all. Just realize that a house divided against itself cannot stand.
I'll let you know.
Thanks. Oh, Mary. I think if you look at the schedule, you'll see there's been a change.
Already?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mason, you did it! You got me the night off.
Yes, I did. Not only that, but you've got your own invitation.
I do?
You certainly do. But I'd still like you to go with me.
There is no one that I would rather go with. What am I going to wear?
Why don't you let me help you decide? I have excellent taste.
Oh, no, I can't force you to do that.
Force me? Well, I'm volunteering with pleasure.
Well, we can argue about this later because I have to go upstairs and get this stuff up. I am so excited about this party.
Ginger, it's Mason. Listen, I need to borrow 3 of your girls for a few hours this afternoon. Can you spare them? Yes, your employees. Good.
I don't think we're getting much work done on Cruz's little surprise for Edie.
I don't think you will mind. Lovebirds like to build their own nests.
Oh, do they?
I can't say that I blame them either.
Didn't know you were an ornithologist.
Oh, I am. I'm an expert on lovebirds and nest building. Take this place, for example. I mean, isn't this terrific?
Well, that's okay. Not bad as nests go, you know.
That's all you can say, not bad.
Well, what do you call it?
I call it beautiful. I mean, it's like the pleasure guest house of Kubla Khan. For them to have a permanent roof over their heads, a place they can call their own, somewhere to go to after the end of the day and rest and hide away from the world, where everything is safe and secure. Yeah, I call that paradise.
You sure are starting to sound very domestic all of a sudden.
Well, I think I'm ready for a little domesticity. For spending so much time on the road and living in scrungy apartments and seedy hotels, I think that I'm ready to settle down for a little while.
What about all those frontiers out there that still need conquering?
Oh, let someone else tilt at the windmills for a while. I want to build my own world. I don't want to inhabit someone else's.
Settling down can be expensive, though, you know.
Yeah, but that book is going to bring us some money. I know that. And we can use it to start building our nest egg.
Wouldn't you find settling down being kind of dull?
Not the way we're going to do it. I'll provide the security, and you provide all the excitement.
Oh.
Believe me, you won't be bored.
How could I ever be bored with you? But you know what? I know you, and this is only a passing fancy. You'll put down some roots for a few months, and then you'll dig them right back up to get back out in that world.
Mm-hmm.
The Hartleys, I know, cannot stand being away from the thrill of adventure.
Not me. Dylan is not ready, but I am. And I need someone very special to settle down with.
Well, then you can come here and visit Eden and Cruz whenever you want to.
I'm serious. I think that you and I could have a terrific life together. And I can see now that I can't live without you.
What, a family car, a mortgage, and me? Is that
Come
what it is?
on, stop joking around. In fact, I think I want to make a formal announcement.
Hello?
Hi.
Julie says you guys be here. Okay. Oh, man, excuse me. Look, I
Great
brought you guys
timing.
something. What? I got a couple invites here for you. It's to, Nick. It's to Eden's super-duper party at the Express. No, black tie and Porsche long dress. Tennies are optional. And you're going to be dancing from 8 till whenever, I think, yeah.
See, that's nice. Thanks a lot.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't suppose you guys let me stick around a little while longer.
No, we really would. Why don't you just come back tomorrow and do it?
I knew the answer before I even asked. Sorry I was here. Shut the door.
See ya.
Now, let's backtrack just a little bit. I think I was about to, propose marriage.
Oh, no, you were not. Now, you are too young to get married, but I think you're the perfect age to be madly in love. So why don't you take me back to your place and let's be madly in love together for a while.
A while is not going to be long enough.
Yes, it is. You'll see.
Hello? I'd like to speak to Mr. Nick Hartley, please.
I'm sorry, but he's not here right now. Can I take a message?
Yes. We want him to know a delivery has just arrived from Africa for him, and we're holding it here at Airport Customs.
Oh, it is? It's here? I mean, that's great. We've been expecting it. I'll just come right down now, and I'll pick it up. Okay, thank you very much, and see you in a minute.
Well, I appreciate the offer, Cruz, but you see, I don't want to sit around here and have a couple of drinks under false pretenses. I am going to continue to see a lot of Eden. It's the business, you understand?
Mm-hmm. Kirk, I'm concerned about the euthanasia question. I don't think you're giving her the right input on it.
Look, what I am giving Eden is the emotional support that she should be getting from you.
Man, you're real taken with her, I know that. But I'm going to warn you. She and I are going to get married soon, and you'd be making a big mistake if you try to get in the way of that.
All right. Well, at least it's all out in the open now, right?
Yeah.
Call for you, Mr. Cranston.
Thank you. Hello. Yes, Jack, what is it? Wait, what do you mean? Somebody's looking into my past. Who? I see. No, I think I can take care of that right here. Yeah. Thanks for letting me know.
What's going on?
Just sit down and watch. Are you comfortable now? Would you like some sherry?
No, I mean, what's happening here, Mason?
You'll see. It's going to be like being in Paris for the fall collection. Just sit back and relax. All set?
What on earth are you...
Just watch. First we have Jerry. Geraldine, you're on. Isn't she lovely? Jerry is dressed in an elegant creation of royal blue silk taffeta. It has a dramatic self-pleated collar and bodice. Could we see the back, Jerry? Thank you. Get rid of the gum, Jerry.
Oh, sorry.
Very nice. And now Dawn. There she is. Dawn is dressed in a shimmering metallic chiffon bodice with jewel neckline and long sleeves. The full skirt is of claret-colored silk water taffeta. Lovely turn. Thank you, Dawn. Yes, Ingrid. And now, a hot pink silk chiffon, overbeaded with white silk pearls. Lovely.
Oh, oops. Mason, I have it on backwards. I'll be right back.
Wonderful. Well, have you seen anything you like?
Oh, yes. Well, actually, what I had in mind was something more, conservative.
Well, now, you mustn't judge the dresses by the models. They're not used to performing in clothes.
Mason, that's not what I mean. Anyway, I know these women. They helped out at the clinic, remember? How sweet of you to give them work to keep them off the streets.
Yes, I'm just a philanthropist at heart. I rather like this one for you. You know, the Chinese say that silk was invented so that a woman could go naked in clothes. I think you'd find that rather liberating.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Isn't it a little low cut?
No, not really. Just a hint of décolletage. Now, why don't you select one and then wear it to the ball? Compliments of the management.
Are you serious?
Little token of our esteem.
Oh, well, if you're serious, oh, well, I'll take, that.
All right. You just stay right here, and I'll go help the girls change and be right back.
Oh, Jerry, Dawn, Ingrid, thank you. This was so much fun.
Bye-bye.
Opened up new vistas for them, new runways, at least. Pity burlesque is dead. Ladies?
Which one did you pick?
Oh, Gina. Oh, the red one. Did you like it?
Oh, it's beautiful. Of course I like it. No, a dress like that must cost, I'd say over $500.
No. I had no idea.
Well, I'm sure you didn't, Mary. But I hate to say this, but when men give women presents like that, they expect something in return.
I'm glad we're back here. I mean, I like Cruz and Eden's place, but this is ours.
I know, but it's a long way to go before it's a home.
Yeah, it is kind of small, isn't
I
it?
know. To start with, a home has to be a house. An apartment really doesn't make it for me. I mean, I want to be able to paint the room chartreuse if I feel like it, or rip out a door and put in a window. As far as I'm concerned, this place is any port in the storm time until we can really find a place that's ours.
Where would you start looking?
Oh, I don't know. I'm open for suggestions. I know that Eden loves the beach and the water. Where would you love to live? Mountains? Desert? How about a ranch in Ojai?
Oh, I haven't really thought about it, I'll tell you the truth.
The idea of a ranch really appeals to me. Some really big ramshackle place that we can fix up. With about 20 rooms for our kids. It would be kind of like going back to the ghost town. Imagine, surrounded by acres of solitude, no nosy neighbors. We'd be able to make as much fun and noise as we wanted to. Lots of room to spread and grow.
Nick, dear, will you shut up about real estate and construction and do what you promised? We're here to fool around, aren't we?
Yes, sir.
I'm here to pick up a delivery for Nick Hartley.
Oh, you're the gentleman I spoke to on the phone.
That's right. I'm his brother, Dylan Hartley.
I see. It's in the storage room. If you'll just step back here, please.
Thank you.
I didn't get a chance to ask you if you made any arrangements. I might have been able to save you a trip.
This is the delivery?
Yes, sir.
Who is it?
Samuel Williams.
Sam? My God, I don't believe it. They actually killed him. Damn them!
I'm sorry, sir. Was he a relative?
No, he was my friend. Oh, Sam, you had to go and get yourself killed, didn't you?
We needed someone to identify the body before we could release the coffin. So, if he was a friend of yours...
Yeah, I can do it. In the name... Look at him.
Some kind of tribal burial costume. If you'd like a moment alone with him.
Yes, thank you, I would.
I'll just be outside.
No, I want that one.
Honey, that's the one she picked.
No, I know she picked this one, but she wants that one. So tell the designer that's the one I want. He's to deliver it here gift wrapped. I'll give it to her as a surprise the night of the party.
Well, that's some present. You must really be nuts about that broad.
Don't worry, Ingrid. She won't come between the two of us.
Don't I wish?
Dear, thank you. Yeah. You know, I'll see you later, Jim.
I can hear wedding bells already.
Name your first after me, okay?
You want me to name a child Geraldine? What if it's a boy?
If it's a girl, I mean. And not Geraldine, Gertrude. That's my real name.
Much better. I'll give it serious consideration, Jerry. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, girls.
I just hope you'll really be happy because I really think you got it coming to you.
I thank you for the sentiment, Dawn.
And if you decide to have a bachelor party, give us a call. You know, I can still fit into the same size cake I could 5 years ago.
I don't doubt it for a minute. Thank you again, Dawn. Later.
Mason, what you're doing is lovely, and I appreciate it, and I can't possibly accept a gift like that because it's far too expensive.
No, Mary, you wouldn't be doing it for yourself. You'd be doing it for me, and that's a selfless act. So you get points for it later on, you see. Besides, it'll be delivered in a day or two.
Oh, this is the most romantic thing that anyone has ever done for me. I have to go upstairs to your father. I can't say anything except thank you.
She's right, Mason. That was a very romantic thing to do. You were never that romantic with me.
You have dresses of your own. She doesn't.
Watch yourself, Mason. I have plans for us. I'll let you have this little fling right now. I'll give you that. But don't think about getting serious with her, because if you do, I'll feel rejected. And you know what they say about a woman scorned.
Well, if I didn't already, I'd know by your expression.
Without me, you are totally powerless and unwelcome in this house. I don't think Mary would want you so much if you were back out on the street.
So, this is the house that Cruz built for E.
And you can see another episode of Santa Barbara at the same time on Friday.